gloss. He forced his gaze back up before it wandered lower. Focus on the conversation. This was going to be a grueling evening. Meredith didn't seem to notice his discomfort because she kept right on talking. I shouldn't be surprised, I guess, because everyone at the ranch is so sweet, especially the cowboys. Such charming, polite young men. Gage squeezed his eyes shut for a moment and turned to look at the charming, polite young men who were watching Meredith from across the bar like she was dinner. How Meredith could be so clueless was beyond him. She made it sound like they were 6 years old and had made plans to go to the park. Normally, Meredith's chatter amused him, which was another mystery because he wasn't the type to enjoy chatter. Not only did he enjoy hearing Meredith speak, it filled him with pride. Meredith had been so damn quiet when she'd first arrived, broken and despondent and scared. Very different from the gorgeous woman sitting beside him now. And the inside of this bar, or tavern? Is it a tavern? It's so rustic, charming. Rustic and charming were Meredith's attempt at being polite. The bar was a dive. Sure, at one time it must have been a little nicer, but the place was worn, old, slightly dirty. Dark round tables and chairs filled most of the wood-paneled one-room bar. A small dance floor with enough room for a band was at the far end of the place, and the long bar took up the rest of the space. It wasn't a place Meredith would be used to. It suited him perfectly. Gage caught some sort of arm flail from the corner of his eye, followed by, "Oh, I'm so eating those nuts!" He turned on his bar stool and watched as Meredith deftly grabbed the bowl of nuts sitting on the counter. She examined it for a moment, sniffed, and then nodded. Then she grabbed a handful and dropped them into that gorgeous mouth of hers. He was getting turned on by watching her eat stale nuts. He cleared his throat, trying to reroute the direction of his thoughts. "Hungry?" She stopped chewing for a moment, looked at him, and then shook her head. She licked the salt from her lips, and he downed the rest of his beer. "Not really, but I've always wanted to eat bar nuts from a little wooden bowl like you see on TV, you know?" Hell no. He had no idea what she was talking about. The only thing he saw was her. Dark hair, wavy and shiny, hanging halfway down her back that made him want to run his hands through it while kissing her. Her flawless ivory skin was flushed tonight, a result of the white wine she was drinking for sure, but it looked damn beautiful on her. She always looked beautiful, elegant, refined, and so not the type of woman he deserved. "Not sure I'm following, Mare." She popped a few more nuts into her mouth and then made the sexiest little moan and shut her eyes before looking over at him. He motioned the bartender for another beer. "I mean, the old Meredith never would have even been in a place like this, let alone eating from some sort of communal bowl." He forced himself not to laugh at her. She wasn't snotty or stuck up. She was genuine. That made his little infatuation with her all the more complicated. But they were from different worlds. The image of a 2-room childhood home popped into his head. Not exactly the type of thing Meredith would understand. If eating peanuts out of a bowl at a bar was communal to her, he didn't want to know how she'd classify eating out of a dumpster. "I think I'd like to dance." Meredith waved at the ranch hands from the tall pines who were trying to pretend not to be loitering like idiots, just waiting around for Meredith to join them. One of them actually stood up from his nearby table, ready to walk over to them. He was eyeing Meredith like a juicy piece of beef tenderloin, until Gage made eye contact with him. Gage narrowed his eyes and gave him his nastiest son-of-a-bitch stare, until the young man turned around.